trying to diagnose a no crank problem on this BMW X3. It's a 3.0 SI, and basically what I'm doing here, I'm trying to see if I get a voltage at the starter solenoid. I'm working my way from the starter solenoid down to the EWS, the anti-tap system, relays, all the other extra electronics. Before I go on, I can tell you I'm not a mechanic. This is my vehicle, and I like to work on them sometimes to save some money from the dealer. My background is electronics and computers, so this helps me a lot trying to figure things out. So a basic thing is that I need to get a voltage at the starter solenoid, and to do that I had to trace the starter solenoid, and it's under here. So in order to tap into that connector, I need to take the air intake out, and I don't think it was worth it, because what if the starter solenoid is fine? So the easier way was to trace the cable. It's a white cable, and it goes around underneath there and comes out of here, and it has this type of protector. And that cable is just a single cable, white. It's about probably 12 gauge. As a matter of fact, it's right here. This is the cable and connector. It uses a 3-prong connector, but only one is used, and it plugs under all these wires where they meet. It's under the alternator area, and to unplug it, you just press on the metal piece and slide it out. So once I did that, I hook a voltmeter to the output of that plug, meaning the output of the electronics coming from the dashboard and so on. And I put my voltage, my multimeter into voltage direct current, positive connected to the output and ground connected to the chassis ground. And I gave it a start, and it gave me about 11.5 volts. It's a little odd, but we have voltage. I was expecting 12.6, but that was not the case. 12.6 is the current voltage of the battery, measured back there or here. Okay, well, then I knew all the electronics that come from there to here are sending a signal. Well, I wasn't sure if it was enough power to trigger the solenoid. So what I did is, on the other cable, the one that goes to solenoid, this one right here, I plugged a 12 volt signal to that pin. I tap into this one here, this 12 volt from the X3, and the car started cranking. What does this mean? We have a 12 volt signal coming from the system, and we have a good starter and good solenoid. So where is the failure? Thinking about it, my best guess is that the 11.5 volts is not right, meaning that the problem is down upstream towards the key. I think we have that voltage, but that's not sufficient to trigger the solenoid electronics. Solenoid electromagnet that pushes a rod and activates the starter. Now, what can I do here? I can trace it to whatever that relay is, and my best guess is that that relay has terminals have burned. Relays are just switches that are turned on with electromagnets. So when you apply a voltage to an electromagnet, the relay closes, and that lets the current go through the system and turns our starter on. Over time, those relays close and open, and they create carbon that creates resistance. So in other words, maybe we can just trace the relay, clean it up, put it back on, and the system should work. Or get a new relay and replace it. The problem here is that I think the relay is in the EWS system, which is the anti-theft system, and the dealer will charge you $1,000 to replace. I'm just saying 1,000, who knows, maybe more. So at this point, I can either put a slave relay on the output there that gets triggered by the low voltage, low current, and then that relay triggers the rest of the system. It's not a good fix, but it'll get me running. The ideal way also could be taking that EWS apart and looking at that relay and see if there is a replacement for it in auto parts store. Now the dealer will not go that far deep into fixing boards. They'll just give you a new board with new key and new thing, and of course you pay $1,000 to get all this done. So this is where I'm at, and this is the end of the video. I will post to see if figure out where the problem was exactly later.